Hello and welcome to Cần Thơ News of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station. Here are the headlines. A meeting of the steering committee for the defense area drill in Ninh Kiều, Phong Điền and Cần Thơ district in 2024. A conference to summarize work in the first quarter by the Department of Justice of Cần Thơ City. The One-Stop Service Office, OSSO Cần Thơ, held a meeting for the first quarter of 2024 with service providers in the city. Top news today. On April 19 afternoon, the Steering Committee for Defense Area Drill in Ninh Kiều, Phong Điền and Cần Thơ district in 2024 met to implement related decisions and listen to reports on building a mock base. To ensure that participants in the defense area drills in 2024 are safe and productive, documents guiding the exercises have been organized so that the agencies, units, and members of the steering committee of the drill fully comprehend the task and the contents. At the same time, the plan to construct a mock combat base was approved. This plan will serve as a basis for directing Ninh Kiều, Phong Điền, and Cần Thơ district to draft documents and prepare for the defense area drill. Speaking at the conference, Mr. Chương, Vice Secretary of the City Party Committee, Chairman of the City People's Committee, and Head of the Steering Committee, emphasized that improving the capacity to lead party committees and authorities at all levels is important. To guarantee that the drill is carried out in accordance with the plan, members of the Steering Committee, subcommittees, departments, branches, cities, and localities must thus proactively coordinate and swiftly resolve issues. On April 19 afternoon, the Department of Justice of Cần Thơ City held a conference to summarize work in the first quarter and implement work directions and tasks for the second quarter of 2024. The judicial sector of Cần Thơ City completed 35% of the duties outlined in the initial quarter of 2024 by conducting the task of document development, inspection, review, and systemization of legal documents. 39% of cases were managed, administrative infractions were handled, and law enforcement was observed. Work related to judicial administration encompasses civil status, nationality, adoption, state compensation, and steps to guarantee 40%. 40% of the efforts was done on educating the public about the law, fostering grassroots conciliation, and constructing communes, wards, and towns that adhere to legal access requirements. The process of implementing online public services consists of 106 out of 119 administrative procedures overall, and 13 out of 119 administrative procedures in part. On the morning of April 19, the One-Stop Service Office, OSSO Cần Thơ, held a meeting for the first quarter of 2024 with service providers in the city. The OSSO office arranged 12 community-wide communication and group consultation meetings in the first quarter of 2024, drawing in 1,070 participants. The office proactively links repatriated migrants women and their families with medical, legal, and psychological support services, as well as management, education, employment, care, child rearing, and disease prevention during in-person consultation, phone consultation, and social media platforms. Representatives from several departments and sectors are included in the support network for returning migrants, which has 102 active members in case of women migrants. On the afternoon of April 19, Cần Thơ City Department of Home Affairs coordinated with Ninh Kiều District People's Committee to organize a discussion to share experiences on administrative reform in 2023, cluster number 3 with 3 districts, including Ninh Kiều, Cái Răng, and Phong Điền district. Participants heard an analysis of the City Administrative Reform Index for 2023, as well as information on the criteria and component criteria that were eliminated, the benefits and constraints that 3 districts' administrative reform efforts cannot overcome. Examine the findings of the organizational and individual satisfaction surveys regarding the city state administrative agency services. The delegates deliberated, suggested and made recommendations regarding deficiencies and issues encountered during the execution of administrative reform assignments at localities and units. In particular, ways to raise the standards of responding to consumer and company comments and recommendations, ways to raise the number of online applications, etc. On April 19, the Department of Transport of Cần Thơ City coordinated with the Office of the Cần Thơ Bridge and Road Science and Technology Association and 3M Vietnam Company Limited to organize a workshop on solutions to ensure traffic safety. During the conference, delegates listened to the presentations about the complex issues of traffic accidents nationwide, where there are subjective causes as well as unreliable infrastructure. The workshop main topic of discussions was the laws and standards pertaining to the design, building, and installation of traffic safety guiding devices, median strips, and road signs. Identification of safety institution is aided by quality control during the building and installation of signs, reflective nails, flexible pillars, and reflective road markings at crossings and crossroads. On the afternoon of April 19, the Steering Committee of Cần Thơ City Youth Development Program for the period of 2021-2030 held a conference to summarize Youth Month 2024. Mr. Nguyễn Thực Hiện, Vice Chairman of the City People's Committee, came for attendance. A total of 1,810 youth initiatives worth over 19 billion Vietnam dong have been carried out by youth union ministries at all levels with the theme Cần Thơ Youth Volunteer for the Community Life during Youth Month in March 2024. The peak day of volunteering to build urban civilization was organized by the youth of the city, and 140 events to contribute to the development of urban civilization were organized by 47 grassroots unions of wards and municipalities. Green Sunday and volunteers joining hands to build new rural areas was simultaneously observed by 100% of district unions and equivalents. 100% of youth unions at the commune level participated in at least one activity that involved creating advanced and modern new rural communities. The flower market is increasingly diverse. Besides traditional flower basket, there are more and more new flower models, meeting the taste of buyers. Instead of displaying in pots, recently, succulents have become popular with consumers when flowers shop from fancy flower basket with diverse color for decoration or gifts.
Called Flower Shop on Little Town Street, Ninh Kiều District, specializes in shaping baskets of succulent flowers. The succulent here is brought from Đà Lạt, carefully preserved and cared for.
In the past 2 years, succulent has begun to bloom, which is much loved, so we chose succulent to do our business.
In addition to updating new trends, shaping succulent baskets requires the meticulousness and creativity of workers. When arranging flowers, the worker will carefully wrap the succulent root. Therefore, succulents inserted in baskets can last for 1 to 2 weeks. After that, buyers can take it out of the basket, put it in earthen pots in the house, and display it again. Durability also depends on the care of the player.
We do not mix with only succulents, but with all kinds of fresh flowers available on the Vietnamese market, as well as imported flowers, to create a wide range of flower baskets for customers to choose from.
Along with natural colors, succulents are also paired to create highlights for flowers to increase their product's value. The color is covered with specialized floral paint, so it does not affect the growth of flowers. The succulent baskets last for over 15 days. In addition, succulent has many good meanings, so I often choose succulents to give to relatives as gifts. Flower shop can make succulents with many colors, making them very beautiful and eye-catching. Each basket of succulent flowers like this will cost from a few 100,000 to several million Vietnam dong. Players display on their desk as gifts for birthdays, openings, and holidays. Succulent, which is meant to symbolize strong and durable vitality, arranged in vases and flower baskets with fancy and unique color tones, attracts more and more viewers.
Coming up next is the weather forecast. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.